And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To throw, it's Carr. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball in the 25 and you go 75 yards, play one. Everybody excited, everybody confident, everybody jacked up. That's the way you start a football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to run it. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's McCray. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Unleashes it. All by himself. He got loose, almost passed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Spartans are marching down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heel.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
14, Michigan State, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. To the air, it's Childs. unloads to the wideout and wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kelly. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Gets rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. To the air. It's Childs. Looking to scramble. Another incompletion on third down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's it, Clyde. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, he's still on his feet. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Gonna look downfield again. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. On the move, he fires. Got his man.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Childs. Grabbed over the middle, it's Kelly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Breaks into the open. They get him down to this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Sparty! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Catch in the middle. It's Locke. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Up-tempo for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through the tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
4th down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going to take a shot. Makes a grab, got the conversion, and still going. After picking up the 1st down, they still have to move quickly here. Looking downfield, it's Childs.
your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking downfield, and time is running short. On the run, deep down the right side.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Caught near the sticks, it's Fields. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big time pickup on that one. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Childs. Rushes on him. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. And the Spartans looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
Oh, and that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage, let him start roaming, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find anybody open, couldn't make a completion, but you got to keep that guy in the pocket.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Spartans in the hurry up. He wants to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking to pass. Unloads it left. Complete on the comeback. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are. And so you
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Now from inside the red zone. It's complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Spartans headed quickly to the line. On the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now the offense tries to punch it in. Touchdown, Spartans! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. A really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Carr. Scrambling away. Caught over the middle, it's Love. Still on his feet at the 45. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. There he goes! Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Marsh. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's coming. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Skips away from pressure. Got a little space. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Using his feet. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd. Touchdown, Sparty! They move on top here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ballgame when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Wants to pass. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. The 50. The 40. He's at the 30.
Nice coverage, jump the route, create the interception, and then it looks like he could go all the way. Oh, so close.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here come the Irish back on offense. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Fields. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Fields. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. The inside handoff. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Zings it complete to the right. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great exit.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. With the run on 1st and goal. Next going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. starts a drive trying to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Making side adjustments here. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let...
Whoa, look at the sticky Velcro-esque fingers. He's got it for a touchdown, and now they need the 2, and we'll be all tied up.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He is in there, and he's got the 2, and we are all tied up here deep in the 4th. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field is Carr. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's locked. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this will be for the win. And that is no good. Field goal attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Quick completion on the out route.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They take the lead here in overtime.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. The offense changing the play. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Spartans racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab right on the sideline, but he's out of bounds, and they're going to lose yardage. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's third down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. Shotgun snap on third down. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Michigan State. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game.
And it's intercepted, a turnover in overtime. Crosses midfield. The 30. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement, but where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game, decided in overtime, crushing blows.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. welcome everyone to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. For the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Here's the pressure. He's got it down the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Jayhawks are in the hurry up. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message.
He'll take the deep shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. It's a fumble on the play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You can't.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pick off, what a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got him backed up in the...
shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Daniels. He's going to take a shot. Reels it in down the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot.
Looking for the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Volunteers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue collar.
Turning it on! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he's still running after the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Aguilar. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Staley. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. And the Volunteers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll try the run. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteer! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.